Georgia said he's leaving, or why do you say bye? Oh, okay. He needs to eat. Makes sense. So, did I miss anything in the chat, or you guys were just like saying hi to each other? I really want Dana to write again those emoji whatever things that you wrote before, and please let me know what that thing actually meant. I'm really curious. I really want to find out, and please tell me that's an actual sentence, like you actually were trying to say something to your friend. So Dana says she likes the visual arts. I like the visual arts part too, also making them. It's pretty fun to me. The emojis, yes, for the emojis it's very hard to actually make the titles up because you don't have an emoji for every word, so it's very strange. That's why, like, when the others are saying that that's just like a stretch, it is a stretch. Like, there's no way to say nobody. I was pretty sure there was an emoji that was just like a muscular dude, but I'm not sure, and I kind of thought I could use that for body to say like nobody, but then I could never find that emoji, so probably it was just in my head. So a lot of people say that they like the emoji one. Okay, but I also see a lot of people saying they don't like the emoji one. Oh, ZKL, you've missed it again. I am so sorry. You have to set a reminder. Usually on Saturday morning, when it's morning in Germany, if you're from Germany, if you're from Europe, if you're from Europe, in the morning, the stream will already be on, announced as upcoming. You can just click the set a reminder and you will just be reminded that the stream is starting. Yeah, Max likes the emoji too, but bad at it. I could see why. I mean, to me it's a lot easier because I'm the one who makes them up, but then I also kind of realize that some of them are like hard. Like the word hard. El Marini asked me, where am I from? I am Romanian, but I currently live in Japan. William Birch, I love the zoom out one, but that may or may not due to my success in that division. So yeah, it also depends what are you best in. Like, do you know a lot of information, or do you recognize very fast specific images, or yeah, that's what makes it interesting. Because not everyone is good at the same one. Like, since I started like making the rounds separately, I definitely noticed which people are winning in which rounds a lot more. Some people are really bad in some and very good in some others. Max, just curious where I finished today. Thought I did better than usual. I also think you did quite well. I heard your name quite often. So Max. Oh, there might have been. Oh, okay. Wait. There might have been a problem. It's good that you told me that. Wow, yes, there was. There was an issue with doing the total. The total is totally different, actually. Because some of you were missing. So now if I'm calling your name, and if you're here, let me know you still won. I still will count you as winners. There was a problem. So the names that I did not call out, but they were in top 10, are William Birch and Max14. You are actually the 8th and 9th. So Vitaly Tchaikovsky and Kostel Krintia were 11 and 12 actually. But because you were new on the board, something happened with me doing the totals here. So yeah, you were right. No need for scandal, Kihag. It just happened. I did not pay attention. The list of names is getting so big right now. I have to keep track of 66 names, so that's hard to do. But if you like William Birch and Max, you can tell me your email address. Don't send it here, so it's not public. But you can contact me, and you do win too. And also, if I announced you in the actual show, you also won. You're not out. Okay, what did I miss? Kihag saying that Alex really used not one but two pitches. I did use two pitches, but both of them were a different word, so that's that. And none of them words were the bad words. Erison, like the consonant one. I was actually scared it's gonna be too hard, but it obviously wasn't, so I might be keeping that one. Because it's also fun for me to see how the words change once you remove the vowels. What am I missing? Alex, are you sure you're not from Azerbaijan? Why would I be from Azerbaijan? What makes you think I'm from Azerbaijan? Is there like a specific look that I have? Yes, it's Swiss. What? This is like the actual Eurovision with wrong votings. It's not my problem. It's the thing that does the thing, not me. I did not make any mistake. I just said what it showed me. But then I forgot to actually add the new people in the list. So that's what happened. So every week when there are new people, I have to add them, not to forget in the end, after the show, to add them in the list, in the official list. So that's what happened. I forgot to add them, so the new people never came up in top 10. So because do you like Turkey 2008 Delhi? It's another rock group similar to Manga. I know who Delhi was the name of the song, wasn't it? Delhi meant crazy, if I know it right, because back then I really loved it. So I think I googled it, and I think Delhi meant crazy. It was something Otesi, that was the name of the band, and I did like it a lot. Yes, Marco, you're still 5th. Only from the 8th down it was affected. Yes, it's Swiss, so am I 14th? Yes, you are the 14th. Who's the Eurovision winner of the last decade you like the least? And who would you replace them with from that same year? Ooh. Well, I mean, I think I made it pretty clear. I actually made a video about this, George, or Georgia, I don't know. If it's in English, it's George. I actually made a video about it with the winners from the past decade, and I ranked them from 10th to 1st. And on the 10th place, I did have Azerbaijan with Running Scared. So I'm definitely not from Azerbaijan. I don't know who I would replace them with, though. I'm not sure. That year, I feel that the countries were... Some of them were above average, but not really all that good. Like, nothing was really wow. I totally loved Moldova from 2011. But that's just my taste. I know it's not very commercial, it's not very popular to listen to that, but I loved it. Kihag, the consonant one trips me up so much. I always get caught at the beginning when usually the answer is easiest to find at the end. That's actually very true. Especially the one with Arilena Ara. It was the same because the word sky has no vowels. So it literally was there, and before it was the, which has only an E. So it was so easy to figure out afterwards. Fitra Wayudi says, eggplant in Indonesian is terong. So I'm guessing you're from Indonesia. Azerbaijan 2011 is definitely the worst winner of the decade, says Stephen F, which I do agree. William Birch, I feel like North Macedonia finally winning after years, but getting my moment stolen. I mean, their moment stolen by Sweden. I still, you said that you're joking, but I do think that in reality that is a thing. Like the fact that she missed that that moment when she would have been like the jury's winner. It's, yeah, that happens. So also, I'm sorry to Mix 14 and William Birch for missing their moment. Oh, I'm guessing that's why you say that your moment was stolen. Because tonight your moment was stolen, because I miscalculated stuff. Wait, what was the next question? Okay, Marco Van Melis told me that it's Morve OTC. I only remembered OTC and I knew there was something short in front of it, but I could not remember the whole name. Dana says, saw the Road to Kingdom reaction on Monday. It was such a slow day at work and made me so happy. Well, Dana, it's gonna get bad. I actually filmed the second episode too, and I tried to upload it, I'm not joking, 16 times. I made 16 versions of that reaction video that were refused every single time, and the 17th time I uploaded it, and I even went to whatever you do when you're like complaining that it's wrong and it's fair use, and they sent back a refusal. They still said, no, you cannot do this. So I have to find a different way to trick the robots of YouTube not to show the actual producers of the show that I'm doing those reactions. So I kind of try to look what others reactors of that show are doing, like how are they tricking the system. So I'm gonna try to do the same thing. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, because definitely I did not do the full show. Like everything is really chopped, and still it did not let me upload it. It was just crazy, and I got so frustrated. I wasted an entire day and the morning after trying to do that, and I just gave up on it. And if my next try is not working, I'm just gonna give up on it, because it takes so much time to do it, and it's just wasted. I could have done like another country by years or something in that time. So I regret that it does not upload, also because I got comments, people wanting me to react further to Road to Kingdom, but yeah, if they don't let me, they don't let me. So L says, I don't know how YouTube copyrights work, but wondering if you played just 1 second of a song as a question, would they flag you? No, 1 second would be okay. From my tests, because I try to test like pretty much the limits. The first, and this is even not a general thing. It just happened once to one act. It was 8 seconds. After 8 seconds, one of the acts got recognized in one of my videos. But that's also not a problem. I don't mind the video not being monetized as long as I'm allowed to upload it. So the thing with 8 seconds, it was recognized and I was not allowed to monetize it anymore. But I could still upload it. The thing with Road to Kingdom is they do not let me make it public whatsoever. So I cannot put it on unlisted. I just cannot use it at all. So there are different situations. Some of them let you do your thing, but you're not allowed to make money off of it, and the others just don't let you use it, show anything at all. Is Eurovision big in Romania? I would say that a lot of people are actually mostly making fun of it, but still, for people like me, I really love it, and I know some people that are really into it. Dana is one of them. So when is the 2013 reaction? And yes, you're asking this every week. I talked to Lauren and Mike, and they said that we were filming either on Monday or Tuesday. So probably you're gonna see it on Wednesday or Thursday, because if we are filming that, I'm gonna pay full attention on that, even because it takes usually around 1 day to edit the long ones, and I'm gonna upload it on Wednesday or Thursday if we do manage to actually film on Monday or Tuesday, because we were planning to do that previous week too and it didn't work. So I'm just hoping that they can. It all depends on them, not on me. Risty, how about doing an audio round, like where you play 1 second of the song or maybe distorted version of the song? Okay, so this is the same idea as L. I think I could. I just need to prepare the files ahead so you know what's what. I also tried to do like that thing, I'm not sure if Risty you were here 2 weeks ago, I think, when I tried to make it very fast and you had to guess what the song was, which I did the one with 2019 Romania, which we thought was really funny. But the thing is that if the sound is on, I cannot keep it on, so I cannot hear how loud everything is. So that's why I need you guys, like when you're telling me make the background music quieter or whatever, then I'm doing it. But before, I don't know it because I don't hear what you guys are hearing. So it's a bit hard to control. Usually these type of streams are being done by multiple people. So it's like the person that talks all the time, plus someone doing the thing on the side. And I have to do everything live. So I have to keep talking and reading the chat and asking the questions, and it's a lot. My brain is just exploding. Erison says, because of Eurovision Redemption, I had Femme Fatale stuck in my head for a day. Not cool, man. I had other songs really stuck to my head, and also some songs that I never really considered like good song, not good songs, but I never think of them. And then I was editing the videos, and then some of them really get stuck to my head, and I'm like, I didn't even used to like this one. Why do I like it now? Has everyone been watching Eurovision again? Been getting me through this corona. The thing is, the Eurovision again, I like it, but it's mostly, I would say, because they're doing that streaming where you can chat, that I enjoy a lot more than the actual thing. Because I do so much Eurovision, also with Mike and Lauren, and with the other reactors, like I watch the acts constantly. So I'm much more interested now in like to see how other people think of those acts, or how they react when they watch it for the first time. Kihag, the speed up version of On a Sunday really hit different. Yeah, it was very different, but it was funny. So Lynn Murphy, I would replace them with Italy 2011. But I might be a little biased because it's kind of jazz. Yeah, I would not mind. I'm not sure if that would be my pick, but I would not mind Running Scared to be switched with, was it Madness, something, Madness of Love? Madness in Love? Madness of Love. Oh, I missed some here. I feel like I'm talking a lot because now there are a lot of questions. Usually I don't get the questions as fast as I'm talking. So, I see Swedish Bee Panda. What happened? How did you miss this? You're one of the favorites. Big Has says, my favorite Turkish Eurovision entry was in 1997 with the song Dinle. I actually just listened to that one, I think 2 days ago. I was researching something and that song popped up. I could see, I mean, I also have to guess your age. I would still say my favorite Turkish song, also because of the genre, is gonna be We Could Be the Same. But also because I like rock a lot. Adli, okay, you're starting to stir things. I know so many people called him annoying, but I just want to know about Carlos. How is he? I hope he's doing well. Wait, his name is Carlos, right? Yes, his name is Carlos. He's doing very well. He's the one who actually gave me, it was not his idea, but watching Eurovision for the first time with him gave me the idea to start this channel with Americans reacting, because I thought it was so funny the way he was reacting to Eurovision and how into it he was. So I think during the filming of the semifinals for 2020, he just got hyper and he was talking a lot, and I do see why people were saying that it was annoying to hear voices constantly. But normally he's not like that. Like when it's just me and him, like watching Eurovision, he does talk, he does say his opinion, but he does not talk that much. I don't know, that day I think he was just hyper. Or he just liked to annoy me, because also with my friends we are this way, we just like to annoy each other. We do on purpose things that we know the other does not like. It's just like a friendly thing. So he did talk a lot in that video, I know. But in person he's definitely not annoying. He's actually really cool. And very helpful also. If you need help, he's always there. Myrtle is here. Welcome! You missed the trivia night, but at least you're here for the chat. Serbia 2011 is really underrated, I think. Serbia 2011, I do not remember what was Serbia 2011. Can you please tell me? Then I will tell you. Tell me the name of the song, or whoever was the artist. Because really great song, definitely deserves second ahead of Ireland. So Max is talking about the act from 97 from Turkey. Let's see. Is Americans React 2013 been filmed yet? George, I actually just said that. No, it was not. It's gonna be filmed on Monday or Tuesday. Uh, that's a lot of commitment. I would have given up on uploading many, many times ago. I am not sure. I'm not sure how backed up I am in the chat right now. So maybe you're still talking about Road to Kingdom. Oh my god! But I talked about it so long ago. I should read the newer questions. Uh, the thing is that I did not want to give up. Like, I'm very stubborn. If I know that I invested any time in something, I'm not giving up on that something. So that's why I did not want to stop. But there are some limits, and I might have almost reached my limit. Jordan, welcome. I think I saw your name for the first time. You are not in the Trivia Night. Are you here just for the chat? Welcome. I thought that you live in USA as you've uploaded a lot of videos from Americans reacting to Eurovision. What do you do for a living there in Japan? Greetings from Chilean. Oh, you're a Chilean living in USA. Well, I think I told this story again. Where I'm living, it's very American. It's a lot of Americans are living here on this island, and this is how we know each other. This is how we've met. My friends here mostly are Americans or some sort of South Americans. Not that many Europeans, and not really that many Japanese, which I actually totally regret. I've been here now for almost 2 years, and I don't really have Japanese friends. It's crazy. And I'm even part of a tennis team that represents Japan actually in tournaments. And we did not really become friends because they don't speak English and I don't speak Japanese. The only person that is kind of like an intermediary between us is the coach. And she does as well as she can. But the thing with Japanese is also because they don't speak good English, or they think they don't speak good English, they're too shy to actually try, so they just don't talk at all. So it's a lot harder to actually make friends with them. Even if you meet them like 2-3 times a week, it's the same. Like, no one gets invited anywhere. With the Americans, it's a lot easier. And the same with South Americans. They're also extremely friendly and they just want to hang out and do stuff all the time. That's how I know Carlos, by the way. Next. What do you think about countries trolling Eurovision? I'm not sure if the countries themselves troll Eurovision. I just think that people the producers from those TV channels offer a lot of freedom, and people that are choosing to troll. But I also think that in those countries, people do regret, like, there are actual fans that regret that everything that happens is just a troll. But in the recent years, I haven't seen as many trolls as, I don't know, like in the late 2000s. I feel like the late 2000s was like full of trolling. Now it's getting lower, and even the trolling is a bit on a softer side. Yes, Max, you are right when you said that the Americans work on the many US military bases there. Yes, that's the reason. That's good. At least, hopefully you'll be paid accordingly for your extra work, says Kihag. Kihag, at this point, literally, I'm making $1 a day. So I'm definitely not getting paid for my work. It's more of a passion thing. I do accept all the money that I'm receiving from YouTube, but it's definitely not something like to survive. It's just dollar by dollar, I just keep adding them, and maybe I can like improve the equipment and stuff like that, but it's not something to like live off of. It's not a thing for sure. Especially not at this level on the channel. Georgia says, am I blind that does Alex's t-shirt has a hurricane on it? It's not a hurricane. This is actually, it was like a sponsor from Germany. I was part of a run that happened. It was called, this one. It was called B2 Run in Germany. If you're from Germany, you know the B2 Run runs. And I received this t-shirt, I think, from them. I don't remember how, because they don't actually give t-shirt when you finish, but for some reason I received this and I don't really remember why. And it was probably also many years ago. Um, because also the B2 Run, I think it changed its name now. It's called something else, or I don't remember. But yeah, the T-shirt is from a running competition thing. Erison says, I recently listened to The Moon and I loved it. Do you have an opinion on that song? I love that song, but I know people don't. I think people would find the guy's voice too weird. Some people might even say he does not have a good voice, but I don't agree. I think his voice is perfect for that style of music and that style of singing. And he actually has, like, in Romania, like, the band has some really, really cool songs. Even some songs that make you cry, some songs that are very, or like a parody, they make you laugh the whole time. So yeah, I totally recommend you to check out, the name of the band is Taxi, and I totally recommend you to check them out. They have very good songs, not that many in English though. They have a song in English that are using like bad words, like cuss words in English, and they're making fun of how in the olden days the translators used to translate those in the movies. And in that one you might understand what is going on, but everything is just bad words, so try it. Adley says, I hope Amelia is there too. She's my queen. She knows that. I told her. She saw your comments. She might be there. I mean, we are not all living together, so when I'm inviting someone, I'm just send the invitation, and whoever says yes, they're coming in. Usually Mike and Lauren always say yes because they really want to be part of it, and Amelia is also one of the people that always wants to be part of them. Unless they really have something important to do, she's definitely gonna be there. George says Mike is hot. I cannot comment on that. Amelia is one beautiful lady. Okay, yes. I see we are moving on that side of conversations now. Stephen F says, I'm disappointed Estonia 2006 didn't advance in Eurovision Redemption. Some of the countries are getting saved. I'm not saying which ones. I'm not saying that I'm saving that one, but some of them are getting saved. Because I also thought from the beginning, I knew that only the newer ones are going to go through. And that's how I came up with that rule. Someone at some point told me that's unfair because I should only choose the countries after the semifinals to choose like 6 or 5 of them. Not the way I'm doing it, which is from each quarterfinal one and from the semifinals one. Because I knew that after the quarterfinals, a lot of the old songs will not even qualify in the semis. So I don't care about fairness at that point. It's just some songs I think they deserve to be in the final and people will not gonna vote for them. And I really want to see my friends actually watching those, reacting to those, because there are non-qualifiers, and whatever years they're gonna be reacting to, those songs are never gonna be part of it. So this is the chance for them to react to some of the non-qualifiers. Dana says, I like his shirt because hasta la vista. Yeah, that's not what it says. By the way, I feel like that song is like a thumbnail. The name is Hasta la Vista, and I was expecting everything to be in Spanish, and then literally that's the only thing that is in Spanish. Hasta la Vista, baby. Max14, really disappointed Israel 2012 didn't get through Eurovision Redemption, one of my dad's favorite. Don't say that's one of your dad's favorite ESC songs, because it's one of my favorite songs too, and now I feel very old, depending on how old your dad is. Why don't you say there's one of your favorite songs? I love Time. And I like the act. I like how just free they were on stage. I loved that. What did everybody think about Eurovision Redemption 1974? Wait, what? I don't know what Eurovision Redemption 1974 was, or is. Was that an actual thing? I made up Eurovision Redemption. Was that a thing in 74? Dana, send them our regards from the community. I'm definitely telling them, like almost every time when we chat and we talk, I'm telling them about this Saturday thing. They are always sleeping at this time, but I am telling them, well, it's Saturday, but when they will open the clubs and stuff again, maybe they will be part of the live stream in the evening, maybe because at that point we're gonna have like some Smirnoffs on. Oh, Marco Van Melin means Eurovision again. Okay. Yes, it's always interesting to watch the older ones because I do not know those songs. And then some of them I do listen to, and I'm like, oh, I heard this somewhere. I don't know how or in which way I know those songs, but some of them I do recognize also just by listening to their acts. The same thing happened also when I was on Spotify and I chose a playlist. I think it was called like Eurovision Top Hits, something like that. It was just random. I did not know what was in the playlist, and then some songs started from like the 60s and 70s, and I totally loved them, but I had to look what song it was because I had no idea. Alex, do you rate any UK Eurovision entries? What do you mean? Rate them how? Do you mean like in Redemption? In Redemption, it's not part of it because it's only for non-qualifiers. If I rate them, if you mean to make one of those videos where I make one country and all the songs from that one country, UK will definitely be one of them because I'm planning to go through all the countries. I just got caught up with all this Redemption thing, which took a lot of time, much more time than you guys think, and I pretty fell behind with the others, but I'm getting back to reactions and the countries and everything. Bring Carlos back, maybe with a smaller group. Yes, I think if it's just Carlos and me, I think he will not be as chatty. He would just tell his opinion. Are you going to do more Puerto Ricans react? Yes, but the thing is that both girls have kids, and now because of all this thing, there are two reasons. One, they want to keep them safe, and second, the kids are not going to school anymore, so they're at home the whole time. So the moms cannot come to do any reaction videos, but they're definitely gonna be back because they really enjoyed it. Do you watch Eurovision again every week? No, I don't watch it every week. Also because it's very late. One of these days I will actually make it for trivia portion. I really hope so, Myrtle. I am actually very curious, how big of a fan are you? My first Eurovision 2012, so I'm new in here. With 2012, you're not new. Like a lot of these, even the players that are winning told me that they started watching in 2016 or whatever, and I'm like, how are you answering all these questions if you just started watching in 2016? So you're not that new. I started in 2005, so you're only 7 years later. And you're from Indonesia, which makes it even a bigger excuse not to have heard of it until 2012. So yeah, if you're from Europe and you haven't heard of it until 2012, then there's some issues there. Oh, I remember now, Serbia 2011. It was with the Crazy Colors thing. I loved that one too. But I also love Serbia 2013. When were like the girls, the three girls? I loved that song too. Okay, Varkoman Melis. Yes, I like the Moon too, but that apparently is not a popular opinion. Definitely is not a popular opinion. I don't think even in Romania, like the band itself is not a popular band from that point of view. It's more like a niche, because the general public would say that he cannot sing, but he can. And they are writing their own songs, so they definitely write the songs for his voice to match whatever the atmosphere it's supposed to be, the mood of the song. Dana says, my friends wanted to go to Japan this month. It was planned for a long time but got cancelled. Maybe you can replan, and I definitely want to join. What would you suggest we see? Well, I would suggest you to come to Okinawa. If you come to Okinawa, you can meet me. Well, that would be number one attraction. But if you go to Japan, like the mainland, not the island, if you're coming to the island, it's gonna be like tropical hot kind of thing. If you're going to Japan, and if it's still in summer, it's still gonna be warm, but it's gonna be like Europe, Romania warm, and down here it's like South Spain warm. It's very different. In Tokyo, there are a lot of things. I totally recommend you the Digital Museum. It's one of my favorites, which, by the way, guys, if you want, on my channel there is a video of me and my friends. We've been to Tokyo for Christmas and it's totally crazy. And also, Dana, if you watch that video, you will see a lot of things that you could do there. And if you have questions of what is where, just ask me in like a comment there in the video, and I'm gonna answer you where it was, what it was. But also, on that note, I was also supposed to be in Romania at this point. Actually, probably yesterday I was supposed to come back, but the same thing, everything got cancelled. So, not going to happen until next year, probably May. Kiha, do you have any idea why the mainstream has so little delay and it goes up so much for the AfterChat? Well, at this point, I don't think there is a delay, actually, but I am delayed with the answers. It takes me so long to answer to one question that I'm left behind. So I'm not seeing the live chat right now. I'm still like, I have a lot to scroll down. So that's why I'm answering questions later. It's not because it's delayed, it's just because I am taking too much time to answer to each question. But I like to do that, so I'm gonna get to all of them, don't worry. Let's see. Julia or Julia, it depends, says Eurovision 2011 had so many entries with such bad vocals. Anyone know why? It sounds like the arena couldn't keep up with them hearing themselves or something. So many entries sound not at their best. No. Do you know what my theory is of 2011? I also noticed that the vocals were not that good. So this is like just a theory. When Lena won in Germany with Satellite, she did not win because of her voice. Like literally from the last 10 that were left in their national selection, they were eliminated, I think, if I remember right, each week one or something like that. They had like a weird system they did that year. All of them were very good singers, and I always thought Lena was the weakest of all of them, and I was sure she was never gonna win. And then she got into the final with another girl that was extremely good. Like, I'm not sure if you guys can find footages from back then in 2010. The name of the show was Unser Staff für Oslo. That girl was like killing it. She had the voice, she kind of sounded like Pink. I totally loved her, and Lena managed to win, even though she was not the singer. She was just like this personality, and she just grabbed everyone's attention. And then she managed to win the actual Eurovision, which, I don't know if you've noticed, there's always a trend. So after Lordi won in 2006, 2007 was full of rock songs. After, I don't know, some ballad with a piano wins, everyone comes with ballads with pianos afterwards. After Rybak won with his violin, the songs afterwards were all like acts with violins. So what I think it happened with Lena was she won in 2010 mostly because of her personality and very light song. And I think in 2011 the other countries tried to do the same. They were just like people that were like having personalities and stuff, and they were not really good vocalists. I really think that's what happened. I'm not sure. It's just a theory. Not you, Alex. I'm not sure what that refers to. I do know that Minnesota has riots right now, and I really hope they're gonna calm down soon. And you see, I'm not delayed. Right now, Jordan, I'm to Jordan's message where he thanks me for answering his message of what I'm doing in Japan. So yeah, I'm just backed up with the questions. And you're welcome. When are these trivia nights happening? I would like to participate. They're always on Saturday. It's literally the show right before this. So what you're watching right now is just the after chat, after trivia. So if you would have been here just like 40 minutes ago, you would have been part of the trivia night and not the after chat. It always starts at 5 p.m. Central European time. So I don't know how to convert that into your time. Just think when it's 5 p.m. in Germany, that's when the show starts. Jake O'Reilly, how long is the beach run? You have two categories. You have a 5K and a 10K. And yeah, it's mostly for fun. You're not winning awards. I mean, you are winning some awards too, but the awards are only for like really the best. Most of it, you just get like a medal and you're getting beer in the end. I know that sounds weird, but they do give you beer. You can have a non-alcoholic beer. It's isotonic beer, but you do get that for free. which I thought the first time when I ran it, I thought it was so funny that in the end they gave me a medal and a bottle of beer. I thought, this is extremely German, but that's how they do it. It's really fun. It's over, I think, in the last year when I was in Germany, that run had 7,000 people, so it's huge, but they get spread. I think in like the first 5 minutes you're running with a lot of people, and then surely everything gets spread because some are there to walk it. You can do whatever you want. It's very a free thing. Only if you're very competitive, then you go. She has a heavy British accent, but actually I think it's lovely. She's very understandable. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Oh, the Irene Shear. Okay. I'm missing stuff in your conversations. The trivia night happens just before the stream at 4. Okay, it's at 4. It depends where you are. At 4, it's 5 p.m. Central European time. That's how I made it up to be. So the moon has 3 fans already. Well, I hope they have more. I really hope you guys are gonna go to watch. The band is called Taxi and the name is The Moon. And yeah, from Eurovision. I think I've missed some. So Dana says Okinawa is also on the list actually. So it will be 4 Romanians and a British guy go to a bar situation. Well, it would be 4 Romanians and a British guy walk into a Japanese bar, and you're gonna see how their bars are. I would really actually enjoy if you guys would come here. Like literally, let me know if you're coming on the island, and if I'm here at the same time. I don't know. Maybe how cool would that be if you're actually gonna fly here, and at that specific time I'm gonna be flying to Romania. That would be like the best story ever. Let's see. Kiha, got it. You want to make sure you're reading everything? Yes, I am actually reading everything. Maybe I'm not answering to everything because some of them is either very repetitive. It's like the same question, so probably the question was asked at the same time and I already answered that. And sometimes there's specific subjects that I don't really want to talk about here. I think Alex cares more for the girls and the song actually, so they might get better one next year. Oh, from Serbia this year? I would say this, because I don't want to go too much into detail. I loved their outfits from their live performance in Serbia, like the ones with the mirrors on them. If you watch the reaction from like the semifinals from 2020 when I did it with my friends, they all commented how bad those costumes are or whatever. I loved the idea of just having random mirrors on. And of course this was before I watched Daughter from Sweden. After that I saw the live show from Sweden and I was like, oh, okay, there are mirrors again. Okay, Mortal says everyone shush so he can catch up. No, it's cool if you have the questions in advance because I can talk more. My throat is getting dry though, so. The doctor recommended this. Let's see what other questions are here. If we actually go to Okinawa, I'll take up that offer. You better keep your word. I'll 100% definitely keep my word. Even if, let's say that I have to work, we still can meet in the evening, we can meet in the morning. If it's weekend, I definitely have time. So just let me know. Alex, have you ever been to actual Eurovision? If not, do you plan on going? I am totally planning on going, and the funny thing is that when I first moved from back home, from Romania, I went to Norway, and that was right after Norway won Eurovision, and then I moved to Germany, and right after that, Germany won Eurovision. So apparently wherever I'm going, that country's gonna win Eurovision. Now I came to Japan, so they're not taking part in it. But I do want, probably the biggest chance for that to happen is when I'm gonna move back to Germany, because I'm planning to move back. When I'm moving back to Germany, if it's in one of the countries around Germany, I will 100% go to one of the shows. I mean, also, back then I was like 19, 20, didn't have money for that. I think now it's more a realistic thing to do. Also, if they win, if Romania wins, I really hope they're gonna do it in my hometown, because that would be awesome. Much better than Bucharest. Just saying, if anyone is here from Bucharest, I'm sorry. I just think that in Cluj it would be much cooler to have Eurovision. Do you have any opinions on Eurovision 2018 and Salvador's winning in 2017? The guy is kind of controversial. I don't really care about the controversy about him afterwards, because a lot of stuff was said afterwards and before. I will just tell you this. In 2017, with my friends from Germany, which were also Americans, we had like this thing, we did not listen to any of the songs where they were being sent out. And after we had all the songs, we met one evening and we literally just watched. It was not a reaction, we did not make videos or anything. We were just watching and trying to pick the songs that we liked. And from 5 of us that were there, 4 of us chose Portugal as our favorite after the very first listening. It was also before it was the live version, like their promotion video was not an actual video, it was like their live performance from the national selection. And I just thought it was so different. I loved it. And all those stories and whatever, I don't care. It's about the song. And I really thought the song was really, really good. Now when the actual final happened, I have to say that Bulgaria came really, really close. Like at that point, I didn't even care if Bulgaria wins or Portugal wins. Like those two were so far ahead of everyone else for me. I didn't care which one wins. But before the live show, I really had Portugal as my favorite for a very long time. And like from far away from all the others. I'm not sure what you mean with, do you have any opinions on Eurovision 2018? Like in which way? Something happened in 2018, I don't know. In 2018, I will tell you that my favorite was Germany. But I was in Germany, so I could not vote for him. Okay, let's get some other questions. I see you guys are just chatting to each other quite a lot. Can't wait for Japan to win Eurovision 2021. Well, yeah, if they would participate. Sorry for my question earlier, meant to ask if you liked any hissy entries from the UK. Oh, liked instead of rated. Yes, I totally like quite a few of them, even if they didn't do well. I liked Flying the Flag. I liked this year's My Last Breath. I really think My Last Breath has some really cool lyrics. I loved it. Even this is definitely not popular, but I also liked the Electric Velvet. I like the song. The live performance was really bad, but if you listen to the studio version of that, I dig it. I totally love it. And I like Lucy Jones too. But she had like very weird facial expressions while she was singing. Can everyone see when I add someone? Yes, everyone can see it, but that person that comes after the @ will see a color by his or her name. And then we'll know that that's addressed to them. But everyone can actually see the message. Maybe Japan will be included in the 70th anniversary. The chances are small because they don't know what Eurovision is. With Australia, they had huge ratings there, so they wanted to be part of the show. In Japan, they don't even know what Eurovision is. They even have issues with geographically saying which country is where in Europe. So Dana says, if Romania wins, I'm guessing, I would like to throw in Timișoara in the mix for the host, but I'm not very happy with what the mayor did with the town so far. So Cluj. Yeah. So in Timișoara, I like the mood of that city. It's very like full of students and whatever. Cluj has that too. But I do think that in Cluj, the mayor is doing a bit of a better job in like developing it and making it to be very like cultural, but at the same time not like old style cultural, but still interesting for like students. And yeah, and I have I know a lot of students that actually were just like in university in Cluj and they never went back home. They just stayed in Cluj, which is actually now quite an issue because the rent in Cluj is just stupidly expensive. So some of the things are much more expensive than Bucharest, and that's because it's such a big request. And now I haven't lived there in like 10 years, and every time when I go back home, I just find out there's like a new neighborhood or whatever, like a village that used to be next to the city now is part of the city because the city just grows so fast. If you don't live in Cluj, you cannot imagine how fast that thing evolves. It's like if you go every year back home, something new is happening. Like the city just grows bigger and bigger, and they have like it's just crazy. It's hard to explain, but yeah, I really love the mayor. He's doing a really good job, and maybe it's not really him, but his team. They're very good. Um, see, talking about liking UK songs, anyone else doesn't understand why Touch My Fire finished so low in 2005. Because it's UK. Like, UK just ends up badly. I think people just like to say that UK is bad. Like, the UK releases a song and the expectations are just low from the very beginning, and even if the song is good or average, they're gonna say it's just bad. And I don't like that. I don't think it's fair. Um, Mortal said that she likes the studio version of Electro Velvet too. Yeah, I liked it. Are you gonna make Jazz Eurovision? That would be great. I don't think there are enough jazzy acts to make a full show, or enough good jazzy acts. So now that people are bringing it up, what do you think about the idea of having a World Vision Song Contest? I think I think I talked about this last week too. I would like the idea of each continent having like their own show, and like let's say top five from each continent will just compete in one competition. Will compete in a competition, obviously. All of them will just compete, but I do see issues with that. It's mostly when are they gonna broadcast it? Because the same way it's gonna be 4 in the morning somewhere and 8 in the afternoon somewhere else. So some countries would have an advantage over the others. So I'm not sure how that would work. But the idea on its own, it's cool. I like it. Stephen F. Good to see that Scooch did so much better in Eurovision again compared with actual result in 2007. Yeah, but I mean, they actually deserve that. And I just watched today, there is a show called Pointless. It's a British show, and I like it. And they had a Eurovision edition with what's his name? How can I forget? With Mons. Mons was there, and actually Scooch was there also. So yeah, try to watch that. The show is called Pointless. It's more like a quiz game, but in this case it's just like celebrities. So the celebrities were all from Eurovision, and whatever, they donate the money, like whoever wins. Normally it's just a competition for people to like win money. Um, we have the same taste in UK songs, it seems, says Erison. I'm glad to know that, but I've noticed that we have the same taste also from your comments from Redemption, when you said what you like and what you didn't, or what you did not like about it and what you liked about it, and I figure out that we're on the same page with that. I feel the same, but the majority is the majority. We can't do anything. Uh, let's see. Dana, Cluj became the IT city because of the developing IT jobs and after Untold, Electric Castle, etc. Yes, but also you have to think that all those things like Untold and Electric Castle were actually started by students. So the student community in Cluj is very connected. It's not just everyone for themselves trying to do whatever. They're actually starting businesses and stuff since they are in university. So that's what helps Cluj. It's very useful. Um, let's see, Opera Eurovision. I do have the idea of Opera Eurovision. I also think there are not enough opera songs, but I have a twist, a way of making it in order for all those opera to be part of something. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I have some ideas. I have like the next two or three, I think, competitions in my head. Because I actually have to figure out if there are enough songs for everything. Ballad Eurovision. The Ballad Eurovision, not only I will have a lot of entries, but it would be so slow. I mean, can you just imagine Mike and Lauren reacting for like 3 hours to Eurovision that put you asleep while they're having 4 or 5 beers? Like, they're gonna end up literally sleeping in the end. So they need something to wake them up. Asya, oh god, I missed another trivia night. Yes, I'm sorry that you missed it, but at least you're here for the chat. Um, let's see. I agree with that. So Georgia agrees with the ballad one, I'm guessing. And I just explained why I'm not sure how good of an idea it is. When they reacted, I have to tell you this. When we did the reaction to 2012, I filmed at their place. And after the first 5 or 6 songs, we took a break. And we went in the kitchen and Mike was telling me like, oh my god, this is slow, so slow. It's like, is there not going to be anything like to like move me? Because all the songs, if you're watching 2012 the show, it is so slow, so extremely slow. The beginning, everything is only ballads. So that's why I know that he cannot handle 26 or 25 or 20 ballads in a row. He does like the songs, as he said. Mike likes this very deep, struggling kind of songs and messages, but he cannot do 20 in a row. I'm sure of it. Australia tried to set up ESC Asia, but it was apparently like trying to herd seagulls. Impossible to get people to agree. Well, I also think that a lot of the countries just do not know what Eurovision is, and I don't think they get the concept of Eurovision. I think on some continents or in some areas this would just become like not Got Talent, whatever it's called, the Idol shows or X Factor shows. It would just become one of those competitions. I don't really think they understand the concept of Eurovision, how it works. Even if you would tell them the rules, they still don't know what would work. And I also think that in different countries, especially like if you're in Asia, other stuff will work better than what works in Europe. So I don't know if the show would be the same. Everyone write your favorite Italian entry. Mine is Grande Amore. For me, Grande Amore is my second. My number one is Non mi avete fatto niente. Also because it made me cry. And I mean, that song, like the video, made me cry. Not like, you know how you listen to it once and then you kind of get like this, you become immune to the song. Every single time I was listening to the song, it's a very specific portion of the song. It just makes me cry. Every single time. At some point I stopped listening to it just because of that, because it was like just getting ridiculous. I love the lyrics of that. It's just, they're so deep. And in Italian more so than if they were translated into English. Sivan F loves Pointless. Yes, I like it too. Myrtle, do you have Pointless in the States, or you're just watching the British Pointless? Okay, a lot of people are talking about Pointless right now in the chat, so that's where I am. George, I imagine if he asks us to nominate songs, that would be funny. Songs for ballads? Like, I would have to work on I don't even think I will have to have quarterfinals. I think I have to start like with the World Cup, like groups A to F, and top two from each one will move into the 16 and then quarterfinal and then semi. It will be crazy. And after doing this, like the redemption thing, knowing how much work it was to get all the videos, to get all the nominations, to select them, to order them, to do like the video, to film, to make the draw, to print the stuff, to do all those things, like I'm never gonna make a Eurovision that is that open, that it's just everyone can just nominate whatever. Like there are gonna be like some specific rules where I know that people are not gonna nominate 200 acts. That was a lot of work. Just imagine reading through like around 600 comments, and in each comment you get nominated on average 10 acts. You have like 6,000 of those things to go through. And some of them are repetitive, so then you have to rank them, like which ones appear multiple times. It was a lot of work. Elle says that when she first saw Pointless, she thought she was very good at it. And I actually think I'm pretty good at Pointless too. Especially the episodes that I watch. I only watch probably around 7-8 episodes. I'm kind of new to it. I've just recently discovered it. But I also am pretty good at it, at guessing the ones with lower score. Please, Erison says, please don't make me hope you'll save Complice to the final. I'm not saying anything. I'm not gonna spoil anything. So, yeah, Jojo says the same, that the ballads Eurovision would have more songs nominated than Eurovision Redemption. Asia also says non mi avete fatto niente. So yeah, I'm saying she because I know two girls named Asia, so I'm just expecting that Asia is a girl's name. So she agrees with me. Timișoara's is, I think Cluj is PD. I don't know what that means. Dana, what do you mean with Timișoara's is dot? I think Cluj is PD. I don't understand what that means. Impressive note Eurovision. That way you can add like Spain 2012, Albania. Yeah, it's something more like the best voices, something like that. Yes, not necessarily high notes, but best voices. What do you think about songs that are half in English and half in their native language? I don't have a very specific opinion. Some of them are working, some of them totally do not work. It's also the way they're promoting the songs before the show. Like if for like 2 months I hear that song, let's say in Serbian, and I've learned the song in Serbian and I'm used to the way the flow happens in Serbian, and then suddenly the live Eurovision starts and the song is in English or half in English, it kind of cuts off a little bit from it. So either you promote it like this from the very beginning in both languages, or you just don't. Or if you add a portion that's gonna be in English or whatever native language, whatever the switch is, to make it very small, like just like a verse or the last chorus or something like that. But don't just keep mixing English with another language. I don't really like that. Unless it was promoted that way and I liked it from the beginning. But otherwise, not really. Adley, welcome back. I do really want to see the ethnic Eurovision. Me too. Dana, have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? Just curious. No, but I think I would be so good at it because I have such a great imagination. But I never got the chance. I don't even know people that play Dungeons and Dragons. And I don't really know the rules. I just know of Dungeons and Dragons like the Big Bang Theory and Dexter, because, you know, like the cartoons, Dexter's Laboratory. So I know of the game and how the game works, and I also know it from, what's that thing? Stranger Things. But I've never played it and I've never seen it live. So Max said something about the mayor of Cluj, but I'm not sure what. I feel like there is a conversation between Dana and Max happening about Cluj. I'm missing something in there. Kihag says, my brother hates Eurovision just because I like it, but he found out about Soldi and now he loves all the Italian songs. The way Soldi has made waves in America has really surprised me. I'm actually curious. I did not show Soldi to my American friends, so I'm curious how they would react to it. I was also kind of biased when I chose the countries for 2019. Asa says, I make my grandmother listen to Eurovision songs sometimes. When I made her react to the 2019 top 10, she hated every song except Arcade, because they were also different. So she hated the songs because they were different in between each other. So she just wanted like an album that has like the same theme and everything is the same. Well, and if you showed your grandma top 10, it means that you started with Iceland. I mean, that's quite impactful on a grandma, I would expect. And Anna, you're right. That guy, which you said, Bok, he's our mayor still. And yes, he's an ex-prime minister. If ESC was like pointless, UK was at a great chance of winning. For sure. I mean, UK will have like the lower scores every time. Just send a song that will give you the least amount of points. Um, let's see. Asa is a female name. I am a female. Okay, I was expecting that just because I know two Asias also myself. Uh, oh, so you're talking about politics with the mayor. So the mayor of Cluj is not from PD, as you said. He's from PNL. He's a national liberal. Uh, the English chorus of Require is such a disaster. Plus, it's only a Eurovision version on the radio. It's all French. Requiem. Oh, I'd never really heard that in English. I don't know how that would work, to be honest. Um, yeah. Let's see. I've been here for over an hour. I'm gonna try to cut it slower. Maybe we'll finish around 3 a.m. here. I don't know. It's not gonna be that long. Like last time we stayed way too long. It was way over 2 hours. Also, my voice is kind of like, I need my doctor's recommendation again. Tell me a recipe on how to get Americans into Eurovision. I've tried to show my American friends the show, but I guess they don't get the idea or do not like the lyrics in English. What do you think? The biggest problem with them is not that they don't get the lyrics, it's that they don't like the lyrics, is they don't get the lyrics. They have a problem with recognizing accents. I've noticed that also with Mike and Lauren. When they get like in a trance, like the song can be totally in English and they have no idea what they're singing about. Even though I understand it, it's also because I know like this broken accent English. They're just used to hear specific American accents, and when they hear like, I don't know, someone from like Czech Republic singing English, I think that takes a little bit away from how easy they're used to listen to English. You know, English would be just like me listening to a Romanian song, but maybe it's not the same if like someone from, let's say, Poland would sing the song in Romanian, because maybe that accent that the Polish person would have would take away from it, because I could not focus really on the lyrics. So that's number one. And number two is it's the same idea that I said with Asia. They don't get the concept of Eurovision. They're relating everything to X Factor or American Idol or something like that, and they don't understand what Eurovision is supposed to be or how Eurovision works in general. The only way to convince them is to like not necessarily lower their expectations, but tell them from the beginning that this is not an X Factor, or is not people singing covers, you know, like in those singing shows. It's about songwriting, which it's kind of a lie, because at this point it's more about the show. But start them like that when you're telling them. Don't tell them it's just like a singing competition in Europe, because they are gonna 100% go to American Idol or the X Factor. Do you like Soloway more or less than Policy? Soloway, I like Soloway more, definitely. The question was not even for me; it was for Georgia. So forget it. I did not answer to that. Someone said that their favorite, I missed that message, but I saw it. Someone said their favorite Italian entry was Toto Cutugna. Yes, but that was the year when I was born. So probably when that happened, I was like 3 months old, something like that. So the only way I know the song and I can relate to the song is because Toto Cutugno was very popular in the 90s in Romania, like people were talking about him. And because I was also curious once I grew up and I was into Eurovision to know what country or what song won the year when I was born. It's just like one of those curiosities. I'm like, who won when I was born? And yeah, Toto Cutugno was that year. Even though the song is called Insieme 1992, it's the song from 1990. Am I wrong? Wait, I might think that it's 1991. I think it was 1990. I hope I'm not just talking random stuff here. I thought Toto Cutugno is from 1990. Tonight, Unite Europe. So, Dana says, our dungeon master moved to Hungary. Okay, and they're still talking about the game. When she says dungeon master, it's nothing 50 shade-ish of gray. And it is swamped with work, so we don't play as much, but I love it. So, Dana, do you play that? I mean, I guess you can only play physically, like if you're all together. It's no way to play it online. If there is a possibility to play it online, I would totally do that. Yeah. Dorde agree with Solove, which by the way, you did not ask me, but I still answered. Marco Manmelli says, funny, I remember the times that UK were always in top 10 in Eurovision. Now that's changed. Can I ask you how old you are? Because since I started watching Eurovision, that was not a thing. I'm sorry. Someone's texting me at this hour for some reason. It's like so late. Hello from Azerbaijan. What is your Instagram address? Well, I do have an Instagram, but I'm totally not active. If you want to join, you can join my Facebook group. But I know, especially here, like more you move from Europe towards Asia, Facebook is not as popular and it's a lot more an Instagram thing, which I did not know when I came here. I was so surprised when I was asking people like, what's your Facebook? Let's just become friends on Facebook. And they're like, I don't have Facebook. I'm like, you don't have Facebook? But yeah, that's the thing. People here are a lot more into Instagram. So I do have an Instagram, but I'm totally not active. So even if you would like add me, it doesn't give anything. Do I have to email you again to get the prize? No. So those that already won like the previous weeks, and I already have your email addresses because I've already sent you like your prizes, you don't have to send me again. I will just automatically send you the prizes. Unless you change your email address, then you have to tell me. So Asia says, I actually had my grandma remember which place Iceland came in Eurovision 2019, so I would avoid making her guess it and show it to her. So it was kind of like a top 9. Oh, okay. Okay. You should look back the first Belarusian entry in 2004. I found out that she actually sang in English about 5 years later. I thought they sounded very Belarusian. Wait. The song from Belarus? I know the song from Belarus 2004. That song is in English? I did not know that song was in English. Let me read if that's the comment that you said. I found out that she actually sang in English about 5 years later. Okay, yeah. So even now I did not know the song is in English. I was 100% sure that she's singing in whatever. I had the feeling that I heard a few words, English words, but I thought it was more like one of those things when you sing a lot like in your language. Like I would sing in Romanian, and every now and then I have a word like weekend or something like that. It's not a Romanian word, but it just matches the thing. I thought it was more something like that. I did not know that was in English. Myrtle, I have another online commitment in 20 minutes. I've got to do a few chores. Well, I really hope, Myrtle, that you're coming back to live trivia. Even though I'm pretty sure that now I'm so late in answering you that you're probably gone. But it would be nice if you would join us in the trivia. And bye. I like the way you spelled ciao. L says, me listening to all songs regardless of language is the same as listening to urban trads Sanomi's... Wait, what? Urban Trads. Sanomi, lol. My brain ignores lyrics. I do not know what Urban Threads is. Is it something popular that I'm missing? I have no idea what it is. I feel so old sometimes when I'm talking to people. Toto Cutugno won in 1990. Okay, so I was right about that. With a song about 1992. Okay, that's exactly what I thought. But I was confused because I thought, what if it was 1991 and he was singing about the next year, not 2 years ahead? So people are saying that the hosting from Toto Cutugno was really bad. I do not know. I did not watch the 91. Dana says that they are playing Dungeons and Dragons physically, but you can do it online too. It's more fun face to face. Because, oh, and you have pizza breaks. Well, we can have each one our own pizza break. Euphoric says that my Italian pronunciation is good. Thank you. It's because I'm Romanian and it's a lot easier to read Italian, even if I don't speak fluently the language. It's not that hard to pronounce it. It's what makes it hard is if I speak English like now and then a word shows up in a different language, my brain is not fast enough to switch languages. I have the same thing introducing myself. So let me know if you do the same thing. If I have a conversation in English for a long time and then I have to introduce myself to someone, I do say that my name is Alex. But if I do speak in Romanian or in German and I have to introduce myself, then I say that my name is Alex. You see that Alex and Alex, they're very different, and even my own name changes based on the language that I'm speaking at that moment, and that's really weird. It's like you cannot even pronounce your own language, your own name in your language. It just depends on how I speak. That's very, very weird. I never knew that would happen to me. Even saying my full name, Alexandru, which is totally Romanian, Alexandru, if I switch to English and someone asks me my full name, I say Alexandru, which is just stupid because that's not how you pronounce my name. But I'm just so used to hear it that way. Not to say that back in Germany, they would not know that my last name was Mik, so they would always say Mich. Kind of like if it's from Serbia, like the C with a sign. So they would call me Mr. Mich. Let's see. So William Burr says, when I was in South Asia, everyone, their mom and grandma, and their dog had a Facebook. It was not the same experience with me. When I moved here, the Japanese definitely are not that much into Facebook, or if they have Facebook, it's just because probably of their American friends. They're definitely not using it properly. They're kind of using it the way I was using High Five when I was a teenager, if you remember High Five. That's the way they're using Facebook here, which is not the way I'm using Facebook. And then I traveled to like some countries around, and it's the same situation. No one really has Facebook. Like if they ask you for a contact or something, they always give you like different things, but it's never Facebook. Facebook is not their go-to answer. Yeah, Marco says that the accent is really bad for Belarus 2004, I'm guessing. But I had no idea. I did not know that was in English. Oh, Urban Trad was Belgium 2003 act. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, back then I was not watching Eurovision, and I have this issue with everything that is after 2005. They're not really in my brain. I don't know, like probably it's just how involved I'm getting with Eurovision pre-show that just makes it like it's on my brain. But everything that's before, even if I'm watching it afterwards, it doesn't stick. So I know a lot of things and facts from after 2005, but nothing really before that. Johan says that Romanian has many Latin-based words. I would say the big majority are Latin words. We have a few Slavic words. Dana, would you try to do Cerbu de Aur American reactions too? OMG. Like Cerbu de Aur from what? From 1996? Uh, yeah, I don't know. I really don't think they would be into that. The golden stag or something like that, I think is called in English, because for some reason I know how that is called. Uh, so Lena says, "Oh my God, same. I say my name is Lina instead of Lena." So if you're German, I know that your name is supposed to be Lena, but if I would speak in English, I would also call you Lina. It's, I don't know. It just happens with the way you speak. Erison says, "My first name is Igor." I'm pretty sure that's the same in any language. It's a difference on the R. So if you're an American-born Igor, they're not gonna call you Igor. They're gonna call you Igor. So you have like Igor and Igor, which is very different. It's rolling the R's. They're really bad at rolling the R's. Yeah, the same with Dana. So sometimes I say Dana and Dana and Dana, but I know what the name is. I just cannot say it if I speak English. So I see a lot of people are having the same problem with pronouncing their name. Marco says, "If you want to see Eurovision with very good songs, but with a complete chaotic voting sequence caused by a rambling Toto Cutugno, watch 1991 again." Okay, so he kind of ruins the voting part. I'm actually curious now. I would really totally want to watch one of those, or like the moderators are like ruining the voting. "Your last name became a immediate treat," says Dana. And that's true. She's referring to the fact that in German they would call me Mitch instead of Mick. Mitch is like a Romanian skinless sausage thing that you grill. It's like a meal that I'm actually totally missing, and right now I'm so hungry, so it's not good to talk about it. But I tried to cook it here too, and it came out pretty well. I don't have an actual grill, but it was fine. But yeah, when they called me Mr. Mitch, I thought exactly that. I also was thinking of the food. I'm like, no. So Kihak says, "I think you know well enough firsthand that there's no easy way to pronounce the name in another language. You can hide it. It's so blatantly Irish English." Is it Kieran? 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 Kieran. It has to be something like Kieran, I'm guessing. But it is very Irish. Adley says, "My first name is Zia," which I'm guessing is Zia or Tzia. In different languages, the letter is pronounced different. But in most languages, I think it's a Z, so it's Zia. But in Arabic is Tia. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a D-H and I. It would be a Tia. Oh, MG. The names are so hard. At least I got better at saying this. I remember when I did the first trivia night and I had to put all those names in the table. And I was like, I don't even know how to read these people's names and they're all gonna make fun of me. Kihag being one of them, by the way. It's not that Kihag is not much easier. Georgia, yeah, we are talking about our names. Yeah, which by the way, with Dorde, because I used to call him Dorde the whole time, because number one, I thought he was from Iceland, because I was imagining that weird D. And second of all, because I did not know that in Serbian they're using different stuff. I knew that they're using that on the C to make it ch, but I did not know they were doing the same for D. And the time when I figured out how to pronounce the name was when I received his email address, and probably because you cannot use that letter, there is a different way in Serbian to say that, and that's D and J, and I realized that's a J. So it's like George, which is like the Romanian George. But that was interesting. That's when I had like a blank moment. I'm like, wait, that's not Dorde, not even close. And by the way, I'm sorry, Georgia, but the whole time I thought you were a girl, because Dorde sounds like a girl's name. Of course, if you say Georgia, it's definitely not a girl's name. Cosmina says, I do the same when I speak English, everything has an English accent. It's hard. It's just hard to switch your brain. It cannot happen from one word to another and then switch back. But at the same time, I think it's very interesting because when we were in school and we were learning English, it was very easy to switch from Romanian to English. But I don't know, now I just can't do it anymore. Let's see, you're talking a lot about names. Alex, have you considered joining Eurovision Hub? No, I also don't think it's like you just go and tell them. I think they have to ask you to. I mean, I don't know how that works. With Eurovision Hub, I had just one single contact. I sent an email back when Eurovision was cancelled, and I had this idea for all the YouTubers that do Eurovision stuff to become the jurors, to make like an actual live streaming show. It would have been complicated from like logistically how that's gonna happen, but I thought just to use like popular YouTubers in Eurovision to become the juries and then have people just vote on all the songs and whatever, and to have our semifinals and the final and stuff, like kind of how I did it on my channel. But instead of having my friends, it would have been YouTubers, and then the people would have voted just how we did, and to do it that way. And I sent that email, my suggestion, to like a lot of different channels, and most of them totally ignored me, and two of them answered back, one of them being Eurovision Hub, saying that they're doing their own thing and that they're not gonna do a together thing, they're just planning their own thing. And when they said they were planning their own thing and no one else answered me, I just came up with the idea, well, I can do it myself too. And I was like, let's just make Americans React just to become Eurovision 2020, the show. But no, so I don't even know how you join Eurovision Hub. Dana, you keep impressing me. You know German, you know Japanese, you know English, you know everything. Yeah, das rollende R. I have a Japanese friend here. Actually, she's not Japanese. I'm so dumb. She's from Hong Kong, but she lives here in Japan. And she's trying to learn German. And she keeps texting me. She's not texting me. She's like recording herself. And then she sends me on Messenger her recording because she cannot say German words with R. She cannot say. She finds that so hard. And yeah, I have to keep telling her how that works. Like in the mouth. Physically, how to do that. She just cannot. It's impossible. And the Japanese are just as bad. They literally do not have the letter R. They don't. The letter R, like even when you see the word, like if it's written with Latin letters and it's arigato, they actually do not say arigato. The R is a weird L. It's more like an arigato. It's an L. It's not an R. They just write it this way to make a difference between the normal L and this weird L, but they don't have letter R at all. That's why they don't know how to pronounce it either. Which also I did not know. I saw somewhere saying Kirin. Where is that? Oh, I don't know what that, but I know Kirin as a company that makes drinks. Oh, Kirin. Oh, Kirin was the name. Okay, I see. Now I understand what that was all about. Jade Funky Coffin, great name, says, are you going to Eurovision 2021 or just watch it on TV? Well, consider that I'm in Japan, I will most probably gonna be watching it on TV. Like, just flying from here to Netherlands is more expensive than 3 tickets for Eurovision, so that's very probably not gonna happen. And I have to come back too, so 6 tickets of Eurovision. Okay. So George is telling me that in Serbia they have S with a thing. I don't know what it could be, anything else than sh. I'm guessing it's sh. Then the C with a thing, which is definitely a ch. And the C with the other thing, which is a what? A che. I don't know. And then you have the Z with a thing, which could be a Z. I don't know. And then you have the cut D, which now I've learned that it's a J. It's too complicated. There's so many letters. I just had problems learning in German. The u was just so strange. It helped me that in where I live in Romania, we speak like with an accent, and we do have letters like o and stuff like that actually do not exist in the Romanian language. We do talk like that, and it helped me learn like the weird, like the umlaute in German. But I don't know them in any other language. Georgia keeps saying that he's probably semi-Icelandic. Yeah, I think I told you we had like this chat about the D. I really thought that was the Icelandic D. Erison, bye. Probably you've already left, but bye. Jade asked me again. I am just answering later, but yes, I am probably gonna watch it on TV. William Birch, my real name is Lachlan. Oh, you pronounce it like Lachlan. 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 That also sounds very Irish. Is it Irish? And no one in South Asia was say the second L for some reason. Then again, I couldn't say anyone else's name over there, so I can't be mad. Yeah, I mean, I would pronounce your name like Lachlan, and I think I know the name Lachlan from somewhere. I don't know where I heard it, but I think I heard it like as a last name, not the first name. Jade says Eurovision Hub kinda are shady people, I think, cause their team changes every time. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion about it. But I do know some of the stories, but then you only know one side. I've never heard the other side. Why they don't present the other side, I don't know. Jovan says, there is a YouTuber from Serbia who is less popular than you, and he joined 2 months ago. He's not even active as much as you. I think I know which YouTuber that one is from Serbia, and he's doing a pretty good job. He's very enthusiastic. He's like super hyper all the time in all the videos, and I cannot be like that. And maybe that's what Eurovision Hub is looking for someone to be like extremely like, yeah, yo, you, and cuts after cuts after cuts, because I watch his videos. He's cutting so much the video. I'm like, it's making me tired. But I do like his personality. I think he is a good YouTuber. I just don't think that I could do that. Like that's as a personality, I cannot do that. I cannot be hyper. Guys, I said I'm finishing at 3. It's already past 3. Okay, no more questions right now. Like, I'm gonna answer to whatever is up here, but I'm not answering any new questions. Did you learn to speak fluent English just in school in Romania? In Chile, the English instruction is very poor, so I had to put a lot of effort in speaking fluently when I was in the university. So, the main language that I've learned in school was actually French, and English was my second foreign language, but I liked it a lot more, and because I did programming, English was a lot more helpful. Also, in high school, I had a really good English teacher, like really, really good, like top class English teacher. And it just made me like the language. And then when I had to move from Romania, that was the only language I could actually speak fluently, and the others would understand because no one would speak French in Germany. So I used English, and just by using it more and more, you just get fluent. If I would have been living in Romania right now, probably my English would not be as good. But because you have to speak it, then you do get better. But also in schools, I think, I mean, it depends where you are in school. I don't think all teachers are as good, but I do think that a lot of, especially from the newer generation, they do speak English good enough to actually have a conversation. So Jordan is saying the same thing about probably that YouTuber. Stefan. I did not know his name, but I do know who he is. I think I watched a few of his videos. Marco is leaving too. Bye, Marco. Marco, Polo. Top 3 Eurovision 2018. I don't want to ruin everything because I'm planning to make videos still, but I will tell you that my number 1 was Germany in 2018. And I will also tell you that Neta was not in my top 3. Dana says, I think most Romanians learned English from TV. That's also very true. When you're watching movies in Romania, the movies are in English with Romanian subtitles, and that helps a lot. In Germany, for example, they have them dubbed, and that's not really helpful. Also, it's extremely weird, especially just imagine that you're watching a movie, let's say with Sandra Bullock, and you know how her voice sounds like, and then you're in theater, and it's in German, and there's a voice actor doing that. And you're like, this is not her voice, not at all. Also, I'm a huge The Big Bang Theory fan, and in Germany, The Big Bang Theory was like their number 1 TV show watched, and I thought it was so not funny in German. Like, I always felt so bad if like the kids are watching it or whoever watching it, and they only know the German dubbed version. They don't know what the actual jokes were. That was so sad, because when I said I'm a Big Bang Theory fan, I mean I've watched all the episodes, and I'm not joking, at least 50 times. Like, I know the jokes, I know how the jokes are running, I know exactly what the words, I know their line. At some point, The Big Bang Theory became like my background noise. I just loved the show, and I liked the jokes, and I'm still laughing at the jokes even if I know them ahead of time. But yeah, dubbed, not good. And in Romania, because the movies and TV shows are in the original language with subtitles, it does help to speak the language better. Okay, so a lot of people are leaving. Bye, because I am very soon leaving too. Adli says, stay who you are, Alex. The reason why I'm always here. I do hope your channel is going to be bigger than them. Well, I'm not comparing myself to anyone. I don't have like this goal. I would like a lot of people to get connected somehow with the channel. But yeah, first of all, I'm not going to change. So one of the reasons I'm also guessing why I'm not getting a lot more subscribers or stuff like that is because I'm saying what I'm actually thinking when I'm listening to an act or whatever, when I'm watching something. And people don't really like that, because let's imagine that you want to watch a reaction of the act X. You want to watch a reaction for that because you like that. And if that person does not like it, you're not going to watch that person anymore. And that makes sense. But I would like if people would not take everything so personally. I mean, I'm getting like some mean messages, and I'm saying like mean in the top level mean messages all the time, and I'm sorry, but that's that. And I also have to say it's from a very specific country. It's just because I did not like the song from that country. They're not even watching what I said last year about that country's entry, which I did like. They're just like, they see that and they think I just hate the country in general, which is so stupid. Like, if I don't like a song, it does not mean that I hate a country. It's so, I don't even know how they do that correlation in their head. It's just, I don't know. Euphoric says that she or he, probably she, just because of the thumbnail, knows the Serbian YouTuber. He makes me laugh. Yes, I think he's funny. I just think he's hyper. Like, that type of personality and the rhythm of the videos make me tired. I can watch like 1 or 2 of them, but I cannot go to a third one. I need a break for like a day, and then I could watch some more. So Marco was back, and he actually heard me saying Marco Polo. Well, I thought you left. But yeah, I just watched something recently where Marco Polo was happening, and yeah, it was so hard not to say Marco Polo. Dana says, but also we grew up watching some things in German first. Yes, on Pro7. I remember how excited my mom was every time when a movie would start on Pro7. None of us in our family would speak German whatsoever, but we were just excited it was a channel from a different country. That was post-communism. That's what happened. We just had like access, and the first access were Hungarian channels and German channels. And yeah, no one would speak any of the languages, but we would watch them because they would not be Romanian. Kihag is the Sheldon Cooper of Eurovision. He totally is. I'm not sure how he's doing it, how he's answering so fast when he wants to, because I also know that Kihag is not answering some questions on purpose. But totally Sheldon Cooper. Bazinga. Well, if you know my t-shirt from last week, that was my Big Bang Theory t-shirt, which I don't have here right now to show you, but that's my big Bazinga t-shirt. Okay. Kihag is definitely not offended for calling him Sheldon Cooper. I would totally like to be a Sheldon Cooper of something. I'm not the Sheldon Cooper of anything. And at this point, I see the chat kind of stopped, not saying anything. But, so I got to the end. I told you guys that I'm gonna get to the end of chat, even if I was so late. I am going to say goodbye right now. Also because it's like 3:15 here in the morning. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm hoping that you're gonna be next week also here, and also both for the chat and for the trivia night if you're interested. And don't forget, the trivia night starts at 5 p.m. Central European time. And this one starts whenever the trivia show is done. Usually it lasts around an hour and a half. I've noticed, but it's not the rule. It depends how fast people are answering. So, good night, everyone. Somno Shordana. Well, actually, not in your case. I'm guessing you're not going to sleep yet. It's Saturday. Jordan, I also hope to see you in the next trivia. Al, William, Adley, have a good evening, good Saturday, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.